Now listen, Peter Beardsley, because he's been in all this bother, he sent me a message.
Right.
I suppose, to be honest with you, it's a bit of an explanation as to what's been going on.
Okay, that's good. It's good that he's got this platform.
So I feel obliged to read it out, really.
Fair enough, go for it. But we're going to read it out, or is it a recording that he sent?
Oh, it's a recording that he sent me.
Yeah.
Well, and you might know, Pete, you have been in trouble this week over bullying young footballers at Newcastle. So I'll tell you, this is a bit houseman to say. Well, you might know Peter's been in trouble this week over bullying young footballers. So I was surprised when I got a message for him. So I'll play it for you. Shall I?
Yeah.
Rightio. I got into a bit of trouble at work, and I started shouting at one of the young lads, calling him and Dorsey following, but it was a really bad day for me, and the lad had been giving me a load of lip them that week, so I suppose I should explain really, so anyway, that day before I couldn't sleep, I got a banging in the loft from the Albanian fella next door, take a constant tap, 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 bit like a tool used in carpet laying, but who lays carpet in the loft in the middle of the night, It's certainly not a UK thing. I don't know, one of you's got someone as like hostage, like an hostage in his roof side, so, I noticed that the usual bloke at the NP garage hadn't been there for a few weeks, so not to worry. He would always set aside an egg sandwich for the wife, in case she needed a late night egg hit, So I got up about 5 because of the tap, and they put me slippers and dressing gown and went downstairs, I put a bowl of so simple golden syrup flavour in the microwave, it takes 2 minutes. I wish it were longer, really, because I enjoy watching the bowl, go round and round and round and round and round. Anyway, when the ping noise happened, I reached in to get the bowl out, but it was red hot, and I dropped the whole lot on the floor. It was so simple, everywhere, all over the laminate, up the front of the cabinet, and the bowl had broke. Now, I'm cleaning up a mess, me bucket and mop and that. When I hear the wife come downstairs, I'm like, I shit myself, because I've broken the favourite bowl. It's the white one that, my son got years ago, saying best mum in town. And he never got me a best dad one, He said they didn't sell them, but I think that they must have just sold out, because I've seen the dad ones all over the town, Well, I picked up the pieces of blood. I'm just going to stop this recording there, Andy.
Just press pause there, have you?
Press pause, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty long, this, so you will tolerate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, it's pretty long, this.
Yeah.
All right.
Press play.
Okay. Well, I quickly picked up the pieces of the bowl and wrapped them in newspapers from last night's piece, with them in chips, and popped them in the bin, Anyway, she had a right mardy look on her face. What was that fucking noise I heard just after the microwave ping? Sounded like something smashing. Why have you got me mop out without permission? Well, I think on my feet, and I told her I'd dropped me cup of tea and explained that I was really sorry, Sorry for using the mop without permission. Sorry for the mess. And sorry for breaking the bowl. She looked at me like, I was an advert. Then walked back upstairs. I did her a couple of boiled eggs and left them outside the door. Seeing hate and love, I shouted from outside to the door, but she never replied. Dog dead. Well, as soon as I got to work at the training ground, I said to this young foreign lad, nip into off to town and get my replacement breast mum and tune ball. I showed him which one it was using Google Images, So I said he could treat himself to a chicken wrap, So go on, like. I know a chicken wrap, especially if the lettuce is nice and crunchy. Crunchy. Anyway, he came back about an hour later, sure enough he got the ball, but it was the wrong size, he got soup ball rather than the cereal size, so, well, knowing that the wife would totally lamp me without hesitation, which she has been doing a lot since she rejected Lord Baby Jesus, I lost my rag and I gave this foreign lad a slap. Now he's gone to the authorities and I'm like in deep shit. So think if only I hadn't been woken up by the banging in the loft, everything would be a lot different, if you knew my wife you might understand, but you don't, so I guess I'm on my own here. Jesus said, don't judge a man till you've walked in his shoes when, bloody hell, don't tell me wife I mentioned Jesus, it's fucking it, that bloke at the moment. Anyway, wife wants a mushroom omelette, so I'll bet be on my way.
Oh, Peter.
So there's...
Poor Peter.
Yeah, so he'd had a really bad day. I don't know whether that's mitigation for him,
Well, I can't condone that kind of thing.
It's difficult, isn't it?
I mean, if he worked at a call centre and he'd gone in and just lamped him on day one, that would have been all right, but
Yeah,
not when there's a racial element to it as well. You can't be doing that.
I mean, it's truth what he says, don't judge someone until you walked in their shoes, but I suppose...
So that's kind of something Jesus would have said, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will.
We don't know what's been going on, do we? So
we will.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I've been home ever since I was suspended today from my coaching job, which hasn't been easy, at all, I got the wife barking at me all day and snagging off Jesus, and as usual I've been woken up early most nights because of tapping in my loft, Now, I'm convinced it's the Albanian fella next door, so last night about 2 in the morning, I went into my loft and started banging on one of my wife's baking trays with my trumpet. I thought it might flush him out, I bought my son a trumpet, for his 12th birthday, but he only did a couple of pops on it and then he seemed to disappear from the house, so I never knew what happened to that, I asked him where it was a couple of times, but he just looked at me like I was an advert. Well, I got no response from the Albanian, so I crept downstairs like, a midnight shadow, so I didn't wake up the wife. I got into the kitchen and, it's the most beautiful feeling in the world to be alone in the kitchen, in the half-light, with no one around to spy on you and what you're up to. Wife doesn't really give me permission to go in the kitchen if I'm not cooking her eggs, Dunk there. So I got a little torch out of the jar, it's got a lovely yellow shaft, bright yellow, like a banana, or the alternate stripes on a wasp, or like a price reduced sticker, on a chicken wrap. I I often go down Morrison's around 6 p.m. like to check out the reductions, especially if the wife's in one of the turmoils, like, you know. I love a chicken wrap, me. I like it best if it's been cut in half, then I can attack it from an open end rather than a blunt end. But, you know, it's not a deal breaker. A chicken wrap is a chicken wrap. Anyway, I open a few cupboards to look at the food, you know, like Roundtree's jelly. I like the lime one, but the wife just gets raspberry. Evaporated milk, long life milk, you know, tinned peaches, dried onion slices, ambrosia rice, walnuts, goblin meat pudding. It's mainly UK food, really, you know. Anyway, nothing that I fancy, so I turn toward the fridge like, and I stub my toe on the table like. Well, it hurts like fuck, you know, and that, but I don't cry out. I go straight to the chest freeze to get some frozen peas to put on it. Well, I shine my yellow torch inside the freezer. I can't see anything but frozen corn cobs. Wife likes waving them about if she's got a knack on, you know. I rummage about a bit, and there in the bottom corner, the music's run out, Andy. Oh, it starts up again automatic. Good. All right, here we go. I rummage about a bit, you know, in the freezer, and there in the bottom corner, I see something that makes my heart leap. It's a couple of fish fingers that must have fallen out of the box, like, you know, and a solitary frozen UK-style bread bun. The thing is, I like a fish finger sandwiches, you know, nearly as much as a wrap. But I'm not allowed bread and fish since the wife rejected Jesus. Because, you know, bread and fish is very much associated with the bloke, like, you know, that. You know, very close association. That's why I always eat me chicken wraps when I'm out and about, you know. I know it's like a foreign bread, but I'm not taking a chance with the wife, like, no. So I'm shaking like a leaf with excitement as I put the bun in the microwave to defrost and the fingers in the oven. Well, the bun is going round and round and round and round. And in the torchlight, you know, it looks like a successful painting. I'm transfixed and I forget to open the door before it pings, you know. Well, that's it. Before you know it, the lights are on and the wife is stood at the kitchen door.
What the fuck are you doing in my kitchen, you little fucking creep? And who gave you permission to use the fucking yellow torch? No, listen, love, I'm sorry I'm in your kitchen without permission, like, you know, and I'm sorry I woke you up with the ping. I'm sorry I'm running down the battery on the yellow torch. Yeah, shut your fucking mouth, so I'll lamp you. Why's my oven on? And what are you cooking in the microwave, like? Well, I had to, like, think quickly, you know, because if the wife knew there was bread and fish in the house, she would beat me, like, within a fart of me life. I was just defrosting a corn cob to throw at the church later, and the oven's on because I thought you might, like, bake eggs for change, love. Well, she mad it, like, so I'm off the hook, you know. She says she'll bang on the ceiling when she wants her eggs, and she, like, fucks off back to bed, like, you know. Well, I quickly grabbed the bun and the fingers and put them back in the bottom of the freezer. Whilst I'm doing it, like, I see a glimpse of, like, a brass pipe or something like a brass pipe anyway. I tug at it and, would you believe it's my son's trumpet. After I took the eggs and I had walked into the park and played a few parts on the trumpet, you know, to the tune One Peter Beardsley. There's only one Peter Beardsley, you know. It was dark before I knew it, so I got back home and had some biscuits and custard on my lap, you know. Got to be honest, I couldn't stop thinking about them fish fingers and that UK bun in the bottom of the freezer. So near, you know, but so far.
It finished on the button.
I might just put that out as a standalone episode.
Now, how do I stop this? That's the next question, isn't it?
I don't know what you're playing it on, so I haven't got a clue. Is it a web page? Have you done it?
No, I've started playing something else.
Oh, okay. Let's give that a listen. See, that's like.